Oh, what's going on, everybody? Temperistic here, back again for another game review showcase. But actually, it's going to be a little different because I already started playing this game. It came out about a month ago, and I just haven't been able to do a video for it. So, finally getting to it, but instead of doing a regular, let's pause that, I didn't expect someone to start talking. Instead of doing the regular, 45 minute to an hour long, gameplay playthrough, just kind of getting the gist of the game, we're going to do a shorter video, making it more of a basic review, talking about what I like, what I don't like about the game, and then I will give my initial score so far of, what I think about the game. So, getting started, and honestly, it's a Lego game, so there's not as much to talk about compared to other single-player games. But having said that, I don't usually play too many Lego games. The last one I got was the Skywalker whole entire edition, whatever you want to call it. And I played a little bit of that, definitely enjoyed it, but I'm definitely enjoying this one a lot more. And one of the reasons why I'm enjoying it so much compared to that, and it really just comes down to the fact that even though this is a Lego game, it is very close to the Batman Arkham games. And as I do this review, I'm still going to be playing the game a little bit here. So, cool, we got some enemies. So, as I talk about the combat here, it's just really simple, it's easy, it's fluid, anybody can do the combat in this game. You have your, I'm at the early stages of the game, and what's this achievement here? Yeah, counters. So, countering is a big deal in the combat system in this game, where whenever the button will pop up above an enemy's head. I'll just see if it'll happen here. Well, that one is for evasion, but that's basically the gist of it. Instead of it being B, though, it'll be Y, and then you press it, and the character that you're playing as will do a counter. And this one is 100 stealth takedowns. So yeah, the combat in this game is really easy as long as you're paying attention. More than anything, the only thing you need is awareness in this game to do combat, and anyone can do it. So the button you're pressing most of the time in combat is the X button if you're playing on Xbox like me. And if you time it right, then you get critical blows to the enemy. If you're just spamming it, I mean, you're still going to do damage, you're still going to do great, but you're not going to be doing as much damage, and you're not going to be getting as many critical blows. And one of the reasons for that is, here's the skill tree here. The first ability that you get is the critical hit one, where you time your hits perfectly to deal critical hits, and dealing extra damage to enemies and getting more focus. So instead of just, pressing X like a madman, you press X and you time it with the rhythm of the animation of, the punches that whatever character you are playing as. So whether it be Gordon over there or Batman here, just time the button to the animation that you're seeing on the screen, and then you'll be doing more damage, more critical blows. And in the bottom left-hand corner, you see that meter next to the hearts. That's the focus bar, where once it's full, you can basically just one-hit KO an enemy, which definitely comes in handy as I try to figure out how to, get out of this room here. So yeah, the biggest thing that I love
for me, but Jim should be able to turn these down
in this game is the combat. Another thing is how each character has their own little thing, their own little abilities, how Gordon can whip out a gun here that can basically stop machines, and it makes it very easy to get some puzzles done with him. For example, there was a chest in the open world that I was having an issue getting, and all I had to do was use this gun to put out a fire, and I was able to get the chest. So I would say you should play this. I mean, if you're someone who loves playing co-op, you don't like playing by yourself, I would say, yeah, go for it. Sure, find someone to play online co-op with. There doesn't seem to be anyone looking for group for Xbox, as this game came out a month ago and people have moved on. Usually on Xbox, the live service games will always be the ones, and multiplayer PvP games will be the ones that always have people in the LFG finder. But I personally would recommend playing this game by yourself. There's a couple of issues with the co-op system in this game, and I guess I'll just get those out of the way. And so far, they are the only issues I have with this game. First of all is just the co-op limitation. Basically, whoever is player 1 is going to be Batman, and it permanently locks them to being Batman during free roam. Which makes it annoying because player 2 doesn't get to be Batman when everyone wants to be Batman, But at the same time, it also frustrates player 1 because that means it leaves player 2 with all the fun of swapping characters to solve environmental puzzles. So every character is going to have different abilities. Some of them can hack, some of them are more flexible, and yada yada. And you can't do all the puzzles if you're just one character. So basically, you're going to be player 1, you're just going to be standing there doing nothing, while player 2 does all the stuff for you. So kind of annoying. The only two issues with the game that I have, but because I'm playing by myself, I don't have these issues. I can switch, and do everything, and it's just very easy there. So yeah. But going back to the positives of the game, combat, really fun. Did not expect it to be as intuitive. Even though it is simple, it's still intuitive, and I wasn't expecting it going into a Lego game.
This leads somewhere good.
It definitely reminds me of Arkham Knight with the combat, just being fluid and kind of a arithmetic
Lock down this elevator behind me. I want no
type of combat game.
I need some quality time with Falcone.
And another cool thing is you don't have to just mindlessly do combat. You can go behind someone and take them out, like so, and then you kind of skip the combat. So if you want to play stealthy in this game, you can.
Looks like
And
Falcone's office is a
if
few
you don't,
floors
then you
down.
don't have to. You can just go up to
Taking
them
that
and start
elevator's
attacking
way
them.
too risky.
And then also, being a Lego game, it's always fun to just destroy everything and get your studs. And if you don't know, studs are going to be used to, later on in the game, you
Maybe we
can...
can build something to get down to Falcone's office without using the elevator.
Later on in the game, you can use them to buy cosmetics, things like that. And also, there is,
An ideal
your
place to
kind of
build
your
if I ever
spider
saw one.
senses, but Batman also has the ability to use the Batman sense to look at his surroundings and kind of see what's going on. And then the things that are marked in a yellow outline will be your objectives or whatever, or your side objectives. There's a lot of side objectives in this game. For example, in the level that I am in right now, there are these disco balls that are going to be hanging from the ceiling. Oh, there's one right there. And you do that. I got all 5. And then at the end of each mission, they will go through the rewards, and for every little side mission, side quest you do, you're going to get rewarded for it. So yeah, every little side thing is different in every mission. So maybe in the next mission it will be, I don't know, fish or whatever, just throwing something random out there. You never know. And then let's see, what else? Oh yeah, in previous Lego games, you would have to use a whole bunch of characters, whereas one thing I liked about the Skywalker saga is it kind of dumbed it down a little bit to characters that were only the main characters in the movies and shows and all that, and then they dumbed it down even more in this one where there's only a few characters that you can be. I think it's like 6 or 7. And it just makes it less complicated, for the non-sweaty players like me who just want to have fun. not think too much. And you know, the other annoying thing would be if there were, oh, I guess we can count them here. Yeah, so that's 7. So if there were 200 characters, each one would have their own skill tree, and it would just get very complicated and, you know, kind of crazy. So that's another W right there. So every hero has a dedicated upgrade tree, and they also have unique gadgets, like you saw with Gordon's gun, gooey gun, and then also Batman's, what are they called? Batmarangs or something like that. And then it also takes me to my second point, which is, and also, you know, building in the game is really cool. You break stuff, and you can use it to build whatever you want to get. Not whatever you want, but, you know, every build so far has been different, and it usually is different, to get to your next objective, and then you interact with
Using
it.
this giant drill seems like the next logical approach.
And it makes you tap the button or hold it down.
Whenever you're ready.
Now I have to tap the button.
This is it.
Still at it.
Hey! My birthday's ruined. Oh, happy birthday. Less talking, more fixing.
Hey! Who's that? Where'd they come from? Should we call Mr. Falcone?
Uh-oh. What do we do? Simple. Blend in.
And then you just gotta love how, you know,
This is how Batman begins. To dance.
the Lego games don't take themselves too seriously.
You swing a pretty mean cape, stranger.
You know, 1 minute they'll be quoting the movies, and it'll be a serious moment. The next, you know, minute it'll be something like this, where it's like, you know, okay, this is a Lego game.
Watch and learn, young people.
His costume's not as good as his pals, but he moves real good.
The one thing the Lego games are known by, whether you be playing, you know, the Star Wars ones, Batman ones, or Indiana Jones, or whatever, is there's a lot of comedy in the games.
Time for the
A lot of
big
silly
finish,
moments.
Gordon.
And they really don't feel cringe, they don't feel dumb. I actually do find myself laughing, you know, a good amount at these. So the writing in these games, and this one in particular, is very, very good. I mean, I'm not even probably 10% done with the game, and I feel like the $80 that I spent on this game has been well worth it. I did pay a little extra for the
Hey, Mr. Falcone.
cosmetics
Where
and
we putting
stuff.
all this incriminating evidence and illicit earnings?
In the pile, Frank. Jack, you were my #1 guy. You leave all this behind, and for what? To wear that fishbowl on your head?
The name's Red Hood 1. Thought I'd go freelance.
Mr. Falcone.
Thanks, sweetheart. Here's your sample. Plenty more out back for whatever little project you and your buddies have got going.
Pleasure doing business. This town deserves a better class of criminal, and I'm gonna give it to him.
Whatever you're planning, remember this is my town. I own the muscle. What is this? Some kind of joke?
Do I look like I'm joking?
And it definitely seems like they're pulling from the comic
You're
books
under arrest.
instead of the shows or movies.
Come back, Mr. Twinkle Toes!
Falcone!
You can just tell by the characters, and they're really diving into the origin story of Joker.
Time for my associates to escort you out. Permanently.
He's getting away!
And we'll showcase more of the combat here. You can see the whenever the Y pops up, all you do is press it, and then you can just do a counter. Obviously can't do that with the guys that have the shields. So with that, you press B to evade, open them, and then you can get behind them and take them out. But you can do that with any of the enemies. You can just evade over them and kind of take them by surprise. One thing I like to do is kind of just constantly switch between the enemies. So I'm getting my damage, I'm getting my focus energy, things like that. It also makes it harder for them to, set up for an attack that I have to counter or evade, even though doing both of those is really easy in this game. And you see that's the finisher there. But yeah, this is on Unreal Engine 5. It is very well made. Yeah, even though I'm playing on the Series X and I'm capped at 60 FPS, it is smooth. No jittering, no FPS drops. Very, very good. The models are very good as well. No complaints.
I knew I should have kept running.
Everything. Yes, that's the enemy I have to evade. And then whenever they're concussed or stunned, you can do that little, bunch of punches and everything. And then as you progress in the game, the open world changes. Certain areas that you weren't able to get into, you'll be able to, get there and everything. And then it being an open world game, you can try to look for all the chests. There's the Riddler's in the game, so he's got some stuff for you to do, some puzzles and everything. And it's very, very cool. And then my favorite thing of this game, it being the Legacy of the Dark Knight, it blends all the eras together, from the classic, styles to the older styles with the, Tim Burton's version of Batman and everything from the late 1980s. So all in all, man, this is just a good time. It's a lot of fun. I already got the disco ball, so I can just chase after Falcone here.
Stop following me.
Another cool thing about the game is you have the Batcave that keeps on changing and getting better depending on how far you are in the game. Right now I'm in the early stages, so it's not gonna have much in it. So I'm not sure how much you can customize the Batcave, but I'm sure that you can unlock more stuff. Right now I only have 2 characters unlocked, so as I unlock more characters, I'm sure that cave will either get bigger or there'll just be more stuff to do.
Come on.
I mean, you have even though like for me it's small right now, you have the armory where you can
I know you're in here, Falcone.
Unlock more cosmetics and all your bat suits and everything. You have the garage for your vehicles.
Boys.
And then there's also a trophy room.
Not so fast.
Every time you defeat a boss, you get a trophy.
Keep a good man down. Harvey. Hey, Harvey, a few words for the snack. Hey, Harvey.
Is it true the lounge is busted by an oversized bat?
Mr. Dent, Harvey.
Man, these hacks and their cameras.
What do you
you
I wouldn't
making the
mind so
rumors
much,
of
but
a
they never get my
jam-packed
good side.
Gotham?
Where's Gordon?
Word is, half your office has donut sprinkles on
That's
their
funny how the
hands.
cop goes up to the
Care to comment,
paparazzi,
Mr.
takes the
Dent?
camera, and starts
Okay,
taking
Gordon, I've got loan
pictures.
sharking, shark loaning, fish laundering, illegal use of a flounder. Ouch! Falcone! Red-handed at the scene. How in the world?
Harvey, you wouldn't believe me even if I told you. I'm not even sure I believe it.
And then here you go with the post-game wrap-up, if you want to call that. I was able to get the skill brick by doing a puzzle, and then boom, you get new suits for both your characters. I was able to do the disco balls thing. Unfortunately, I only found 2 of the caches, but I did get the red brick. So yeah, very cool. And then you have this loading screen that tells you where the story is, and then you've got all your little tips that you can cycle through. So yeah, very well made game. You know, just awesome. And the story is just very good. How they're able
Is it
to
done, Master Bruce?
balance a
We
Lego
got him,
game
Alfred.
without
Your parents
just
will be
it being a
proud,
copy
sir.
and paste. They're
There's just
doing their own
one
thing.
loose
They're
end.
merging
I need to get
plot
back to
lines.
the cave, but this place is swarming with cops.
Back in the day,
Don't want to spoil it
your
too much.
forefathers had a whole network of tunnels leading into Gotham from here. You could use one of them to get back unseen.
Great idea. Oh, and Alfred, I'll be bringing a friend.
A friend, sir? Well, good for you. I'll make myself scarce.
You gonna tell me where we're going exactly?
My, bat cave. We need to learn more about the bears Red Hood 1 got from Falcone.
Your Batcave? Oh, sure. Why not? Let's go.
Incoming crime alert. Looks to be taking place in Tri-Corner. Looks like a thief's trying to take something that isn't theirs. Over.
So back into the open world now. You know, you've got the HUD that tells you on the top left-hand corner where your next mission is over there. But then we also just got the guy to phone in and say there's a crime happening over there where you can get rewards. And then we can press up on the D-pad and we have our car. But if we don't want to use the car, we don't have to. We can just use our grapple. And like my favorite thing to do in the open world has got to be using the grapple because of how like fluid it is. There's no cooldown. There's no, you know, having to wait. Yeah, it's not perfect, you know, but I can turn around and, you know, just go wherever the heck I want. And yeah, very, very cool. No idea how he got up here, but you know, it's one of those games where you have to switch between characters. So, but yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Just wanted to do a shorter video giving my take on the game and how I've been enjoying it. It's made by TT Games. They definitely took a massive gamble by changing the classic Lego formula, but I think it definitely paid off. It's definitely, you can definitely tell it's a fan service to the game, to the fans who just love, you know, Batman in general. And, you know, a lot of people say it's even better than the Arkham games, which I think is a little crazy, but when it runs this well, when it's just very well made like this, I can't really argue. But yeah, if you have finished the game, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are already done with it and ahead of me since I just got back into it. I don't think I've played in a couple weeks. Definitely tell me what you think about the game in the comment section down below. And yeah, next new game comes out in about 10 days. Until then, maybe I'll release another video or so. Maybe I'll take a little bit of a break. But yeah, for now until July hits, don't really have any game review showcases planned. So this will be the last one for a couple weeks until we get the DLC for the Doom of the Dark Ages, and then the day after comes the remake for Assassin's Creed Black Flag. So definitely be on the lookout for that. But that's gonna do it for me, and I will catch you guys on the next one.